Good morning, rise and shine. It is time to get the day started. I hope you have your cup of coffee close by. So, we're going to get into it. Good morning, everybody. But first things first, let's check in with the Redneck Weather Report and see what is going on over there. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Ah, man, I'm messing this up 10 kinds of ways. Hang on, everybody. I was trying to figure it out. This is a tricky deal here. We're going to go right there. We're going to share that. This is the first time I've done this.
Next, welcome to your daily redneck weather. It is 18 degrees, a strong north wind, really strong cold north wind. It feels like 3 degrees, and we're going to get to 34 today. It's January the 6th, 2025. God bless y'all. See you again tomorrow. Good morning, rednecks.
Well, thanks, Jack. And as everybody can see, it is quite cold out there this morning. Um, it is quite cold, and he's not that far off of what things are here in my part of the woods. We know what they are over there in Jack's part of the woods. Well, anyway, good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's back to working a little bit for me, and we are off to the races for the beginnings of another week. And man, for those who, man, this cold just got me all messed up. Anyway, live chat event. So feel free to chime in. Those that are here, say hi, say good morning, all that good stuff, and we'll get on with the show. We are live today. Friday was recorded as. Those who may have been there knew I have to do that from time to time. Probably going to end up doing it more than I want to, just because of work schedule. But anyway, what we're going to do right fast is we're going to get into some headlines. Let's see, where am I at here? We're going to get into some headlines, what's going on around the world. We're going to kind of hit a few things that's happened over the weekend and what's going on. Um, kind of what we call our reality smackdown. We're going to steal that from somebody the other day, but reality smackdown. Uh, Let's see. This weekend, Biden signs a bill to raise Social Security payments for millions of pensioners. So if that's you, you might want to check that out. Let's see. Ain't gonna give that no attention. Let's see. Here's a funny one. The Medal of Freedom Awards were going out, and they did ceremony and stuff. And you believe, of all people, Hillary Clinton and George Soros were on that list of people. I still ain't figured that one out. But anyway, Ukraine and North Korea and all of them are uh, still going on over there. That's a mess. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, that's something that does uh, get taken care of. Nippon Steel shares down after the U.S. government blocked the purchase of U.S. Steel Company. Let's see, stock market, the Dow, the S&P 500, and Nasdaq jump. So let's see, that was the other day. Let's see, what do we got here in tech? Nothing big there. Let's see, science. Alcohol intake, cancer's risk. Imagine that. Everything causes cancer these days. Let's see. Something else here. Let's see. U.S. mass shootings and gun deaths fell to the lowest level in 5 years. 2024. That's a good thing, I think. I don't know. Justin Trudeau reportedly set to resign this week as Prime Minister of Canada. Our neighbors to the north, let us know how you feel about that. Anyway, so interesting thing. My Speaker Johnson, late Friday on Friday, got his reelected as the House Speaker on first round vote. Uh, and here we go. Oh, President Carter passed away the other day at the age of 100. Many of y'all may know that already. Um, so, a sad thing. I mean, he was 100 years old, oldest living president in history. Uh, but I think he did more good as a former president. I just think he was in over his head as president, but he just one of those things that happens. We've seen that before and after, but he just didn't. But anyway, listen. This day in history. Now, there's a lot of things I could read, but I'll be honest with you. Let's see, 1919, Roosevelt dies. FDR ice skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked in 1994. But 2021, 4 years ago, the things that occurred at the Capitol building on the day of the certification of the election. Many of you may know that, many of you may not. I don't know. Paid attention to history, but what some called a riot or some called an insurrection, I strongly disagree with either of those, seeing as that nobody was armed, and the one person who was killed at that particular moment was an unarmed veteran. I'll grant you, maybe they shouldn't have been in there, or they should have had a little common sense. As our good friend Doug says, don't get caught in a trick bag. But they did. And, a whole lot of things started after that. But today, being January 6th, is the day that Trump is set to have this most recent election be certified. So let's see what happens today. Keep your eyes on the news. Who knows what could happen up there in that crazy, crazy world of that. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Let's see what's happening over here. I don't know. Are we? Let's see. I'm gonna go view our channel. I don't know if it's. Yep, there it is. Okay, we're there. I just want to make sure. Went over and looked on YouTube, made sure we were actually out there. I got one person watching, at least according to the tag. There may be more of you. Maybe a little bit early. Everybody's sleeping in with the cold weather. It's kind of got them burrowed in and being up all night last night with the lives. But anyway, so we went over that. But what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to jump right on into to this particular subject. That's what everybody's is about beef tallow. Now, it's been It's been in the news a lot more lately, particularly prior to the election, with RFK Jr. coming in and talking about that. And I don't know. I didn't. I guess I had heard the name, and and what was going on, and with beef tallow. Never thought much about it. Didn't even realize a switch had happened. I guess, but then again, it happened at a time that I was not paying attention to a lot of things going on in the world. I was off in the military, running around, and a lot of things happened. But apparently, sometime, or maybe just living life, but it was switched. Apparently, beef tallow used to be pretty common in like cooking oils and stuff like that, particularly in the food industry and that type of thing. But so let's get in. Understanding it. Definition of beef tallow: rendered fat from beef, specifically from suet, the hard fat around the kidneys and loins. Solid at room temperatures, versatile in cooking and other applications. Traditional uses in cookings, candle, soaps, vinaigrette, in many cuisines, pre-industrial economies. Suet collection from butcher shops or trimmings during meat processing. I guess, okay, maybe somebody knows something about that. Guess to render, it's got a slow heating, separate fat from impurities, and then strain, cool to obtain purified tallow. Hey, good morning, Robbie. Good to see you in here, buddy. We're talking about beef tallow, but before you got in, we were going over kind of some of the things that happened in history and some of the headlines. But the big thing, of course, January 6th. Today is presidential election certification. And, oh, man, 4 years ago today, some bad things went down, and, we got to hear about it from the lamestream BS media. But, we'll get into that. I'm not going to rehash my opinion over that. But we're talking about beef tallow this morning. Robbie, I don't know if you've done any of that or, I know I've not done it, but, I guess I've ate it in the past, just had it on food I cooked in the past, just didn't know it. But anyway, it says here it's a good source of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, potentially beneficial for skin and metabolic health. I know a lot of people do make skin products out of it. Now, this is one of the points I liked about it. It's got a high smoke point, 400 to 420, makes it ideal for frying and roasting. So let's see, pastries, crust, that type of thing. Good for skin and hair care, household uses, candle making, leather conditioner. Eco-friendly. It's a renewable source, biodegradable, sustainable alternative to synthetic materials. It's a byproduct. Yeah, okay, small scale opportunities for local farmers and business. So yeah, small scale production. You don't have to have that on a big thing. Uh, Popular in keto and paleo diets. Researchers do to focus on healthy fats. And in the farm to table movements, which is us, supporting sustainable and locally sourced ingredients. Okay, beef tallow is versatile, sustainable product with a rich history, numerous applications, and growing opportunity in culinary and non-culinary uses. Encourages resourcefulness and environmental stewardship. So that should make all the green people happy. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not. I'm sure as a kid, and before they switched everything over to cooking oils. I mean, I remember lard, and I remember switching over that. Of course, then came Crisco, and then all the sprays, and now finding oils. But apparently, and I guess the big deal, like I said, with RFK Jr. was that. Uh, the fries and that type of thing, and a lot of your fast food, your deep fried stuff at your fast food place used to be done in tallow oil. So it wasn't quite as bad as it is now once they switched over to the oils. Here we go, Robbie. Let me get this up here. And the biggest thing I've known about tallow is that I need to add it to my deer meat when I grind it to make it hold together better. That was something I didn't know until a few years ago, because I did not grow up hunting. I know that may sound like weird to some people, but to me, I didn't grow up with it. Our dad didn't hunt, and so just didn't grow up really doing it. But the first time I had to have a deer processed some years ago, it that was one of the things I was told was that I had to make sure I had something I had the fats added or whatever for that very reason, because deer is such a lean meat. That there's just next to no fat in it, and which is healthy and it's good in some ways, but you got to have a little bit in there. And I guess apparently the meat just falls apart without something to hold. But I hadn't thought about that one as a important thing. Using it there versus some other product. But I mean, I remember that was the thing was when they didn't call it tallow, but they were just like hamburger meat fat, cow's fat, that kind of thing. So I don't know, but anyway, I just know that anytime we can find something that is reusing something, we're not wasting it, and it's healthier. It's natural. It's not. They're saying now with the hydrogenated oils and the and those types of things that they're obviously not as healthy for us, and that gets into a whole other thing with food and what we're consuming these days. And I mean, it is, the ultra processed foods and the ultra things like that. And I will admit, it's something I struggle with just because I was raised on I was raised on good food, I guess, but the convenience lifestyle and going and on the run and out and just not thinking about what I was eating. And military, one thing it is you do a very high carb diet because you're constantly running. You're constant. It's a constant toll on your body. You've got to have carb. You feel like at least you're taught you got to have carbs. Anyway, the diets that they serve you are high in carbs for energy, but you also gain weight, which I can attest to. But anyway, we're going to take a quick, brief break right here, and we are going to go into our little...
Hey, coffee lovers, want the freshest, tastiest brew? Say hello to Farm2Table Direct Coffee. At Farm2Table Direct Coffee, we offer premium beans handpicked for ripeness. Place your order, and our expert roasters get to work. Your coffee is roasted and shipped the very same day. It's that simple. Stay updated with notifications at every step. For the freshest custom-roasted coffee, visit farm2tabledirectcoffee.com. That's farm, the number 2, tabledirectcoffee.com. Experience The difference Farm2Table Direct Coffee can make in your morning routine. From the farm to your table, the freshest coffee.
Absolutely, absolutely. Get your farm fresh coffee right there. Farm to table direct coffee. Anyway, a little commercial break there while I caught my breath. Um, anyway, well, I'll tell you conversation on the beef tallows where we were at. But I'm going to back up, Robbie, if you're still there listening. Today is Jan 6, and it's when the elections are certified. That's supposed to happen for President-elect Donald Trump today. Good morning, those who may have just jumped on. This is a live chat event. Say hello, say hi. We've been talking beef tallow, and we've been talking headlines in this day in history. And so, if you got any comments about beef tallow or anything about the news headlines, anything in the day that you know about, of course, the weather is a big headline here in this part of the country. They call it the Midwest, Southwest. I don't know, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, our little area around here. It is cold. We did our redneck weather report a little earlier, and as Jack said, it's about 18 or 19 degrees. I don't know. Let me check my weather. Let's see. Yes, it's 18 degrees and feels like 3. And when I got out a while ago, it's what it felt like. But anyway, so we talked a little bit about some of the headlines of the day, which, over the weekend, of course, prior to the weekend, the late President Carter, passed away, 100 years old. And then Biden signing some increases in Social Security and a few other things. And just a lot of weird stuff. Good morning. There's Bro jumping on, saying good morning to everybody. And good morning, Bro. Glad to see you up with me this morning. But anyway, this day in history, of course, like I said, today being Jan 6, 4 years ago, that was a big deal. A lot of stuff went down that day, and it was not a good day in America in the sense of, and I don't even care about the certification of the election or whatever you want to say about the election in 2020 and the subsequent following 4 years. But there was a lot of stuff went down that day that was not good. Got to be. Hate saying we got to be careful because strikes are not good on this on networks. But I will say this: that what happened on January 6th. I feel safe in saying probably most people that are hanging here with us or watch what we do, we're probably in agreement that it was not what the lamestream BS media claimed it to be and what they still, say it is, what they still call it. I have seen countries and seen places, and where I've seen what an insurrection looks like, and that's not what an insurrection looks like. I've seen what a protest looks like, and I've seen what a protest that gets out of control looks like. Um, and, I would not disagree with maybe that statement. As our friend I said earlier, our friend Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, yeah, we covered that a while ago too, but we'll get that right quick, Keith. I'll hit that comment. They got some people got caught in the trick bag. Up on Jan 6, 4 years ago. Got caught into a situation and it turned ugly. One could say they got set up. One could argue that. All I know is this, is that, ain't saying there wasn't scuffle, wasn't injury, things didn't happen, but all I know is that one person, Ashley Babbitt, got shot and killed by a Capitol police officer. She was unarmed. There was nobody armed that I saw except for the police and the FBI, the people on the government side. But anyway, let's switch subjects. We got this, Keith brought it up, and this was, in fact, yes, George Soros awarded the, let's see where I already clicked off on the news today, but the Freedom Award. And oh, by the way, bro, so was So was Hillary Clinton. If that'll help you out, make you feel any better. So was oh man, wow, what's her name? Uh, Led the Jan 6 committee. In fact, oh, good grief, that's what happens when your brain just quits on you. Uh, anyway, yeah, that gal. Anyway, very useless awards. I would agree. Wow, Robbie, very useless. And yeah, as far as our Gen 6, I'd argue it was a setup. Yeah, and I don't. At least in this crowd, you wouldn't have much of an argument. It'd be a conversation. It. Uh, One could say that it was, arguably, no doubt about it, a setup. Um, and as far as those awards, yeah, Liz Cheney. That's who I was trying to think of a while ago. Um, that's another one that got it. And, anyway, the two people that leaded up that committee, that was nuts. But yeah, when you give it to people that have done nothing for America's freedom, in all honesty, if anything, they've taken away our freedoms. That's what happens anytime they're up there doing anything. Seems to me, and I don't care what side of the aisle they're meeting on. Uh, Anytime they're getting together, we're losing something. Uh, Went back, they did the continued resolution on that spending a while back, and the only thing that was good was that it went from a 1,500-page spending bill down to a 100 and something page. So I figure that's 1,400 pages of garbage that didn't get through on that particular round. But get me off on my feelings about the usefulness of our good one, bro. uh, Come on, man. No doubt about it. That's definitely a good way to feel about that. Um, but anyway, yeah, we've talked about that. And that's a big deal. And then kind of went over some of the uses of beef tallow and kind of what's the big deal with it all of a sudden that RFK Jr. Made such a big statement, talking about possibly bringing that back to where they have to start using that again in fast foods, commercial food industry, as far as frying foods. From what I've read about it and understand about it, that's a smart way to go. Uh, get a little bit healthier, I think. But and our good friend Robbie at the Wild Huckleberry, go check him out if you get a chance. Great little YouTube channel there, and he does a pretty cool live. Him and Sonia, they have a good time over there. We had a good time last night in the live community. We had they were going on at the same time. Dale 9 Acres was having his Bible study, so those two things were going on. And then so hard to get where you can't find people bouncing over each other. Then um, we had theirs, and we went over to Jack Dyer Family Farm, had that live, and then went on over to Red Dirt Rooster Road and their live. I had to bail out a little bit early so I could start getting ready for today. But it was live mic night on Jack over on Dyer Family, and turned into that on Red Dirt Rooster Road. So it was a good time last night. Everybody was laughing and just enjoying a good Sunday evening, and that's what you can get in this community. But anyway, so the beef tallow, that was talking about that just because it's been such an issue. I've seen some stuff. If you get a chance, go over to the pharmacy barn to table. Bridget Nichols, she had a brief little article out about it last night on Facebook, talking about it. More information to follow on that. I think she's going to do some more. But anyway, let's see what's going on in the homestead community. I know there's a new apothecary opened up in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and I know our good friend Dwayne from Red Feather Farms has got stuff on the shelf there. So that's another couple of places you can get his fire cider and hot and nasty, and a lot of his other tinctures and rubs and things of that nature. If you like holistic medicine and you're in the northeast, northeast corner of Oklahoma, in that general area, or not, go to Red Dirt Rooster. I was about to send you over to Monty and Michelle. Red Feather Farms. You can find them at Red Feather Farms OK on Facebook, and hook up with Dwayne, and he can get you hooked up with some good stuff there. Just a little shout out to a friend. Um, I know things are getting ready. We are about 73, 74 days to Okie Homestead Expo. That's going to be coming up very, very soon. I'm scared at how fast that's coming up. We're looking forward to it. The lineup is going to be awesome up there. I know Robbie and I have talked on the chats and stuff that it's looking forward to meeting each other face to face. He's got a little bit further drive than we do, Robbie. We're not quite as far away as you are, but still a little bit of a drive. We've got our plans in place, got our Airbnb reserved, and bringing the crew up and do the set. So we're looking forward to that. And like I said, the speaker lineup is incredible this year. I did notice that, seems to be excited. They did just do a ticket giveaway. Matter of fact, I think they're announcing that today on their Facebook. So anybody that signed up for that they should look forward to that today. Let's see. This Tuesday, 7 o'clock, which I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:30. But then tomorrow night. Oop, my camera. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, Keith and I will be live on the Farm2Table Direct Show, our regular Tuesday night live. We're back for the first one of the year. And anyway, so we got that. And then this Thursday at 7 o'clock, we will be on the Suburban Sodbuster. There you go, Robbie. Booked and ready to go. That's it. That's the trick. And I'll tell you, if you're not, you need to get booked. But anyway, this Thursday night we're going to be on with Monty Shrunk, the Suburban Sodbuster, on his channel. I'm going to do a live with him, and he's going to talk to us just a little bit and kind of what we got going on for 2025 and kind of some of our stuff. So it's going to be kind of a switch for us. It's only the second time, I guess, it will have happened. Monty and Michelle from Red Dirt Rooster Road got the first one. But we going to be on his, being interviewed, if you will, in conversation with Monty. And if you don't know who he is, go over to the Suburban Sodbuster. He's exactly what it is, suburban. He's in an urban area up around St. Louis. Gardens, raises bees, does things a little different than conventional, but a super nice guy, super smart, probably the best voice in homesteading as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, looking forward to that. Of course, HOA is way out in October. Homesteaders of America Conference, that's way out in October, but tickets are on sale, and I will promise you they will go fast. They're affordable tickets, but they will go fast, and the speaker lineup out there is super incredible as well, and access to speakers you normally wouldn't get a chance to get. Some of these people, it's hard to find them, or you got to travel around to do it. It is quite incredible. Let me see. I know there's some more. There's some dates I'll get out. I come across some stuff in April, May. We get stuff June. There's something about every month. And good morning, Scotty. Goofing off. How do you goof off at 6 o'clock in the morning, Scotty? You'll have to let me know about that. But I'm glad you jumped in. But anyway, yeah, we're talking about beef tallow, and we talked about Jan 6. Those were the two hot topics, of course, for the day. So, yeah, definitely go back and leave us some comments on that. Let us know your thoughts on it. But glad you could join us this morning. Yep, we'll be here every morning, 6 o'clock, Lord willing, and the sun rises. On the creek ain't getting as high as I live. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap for today on the Farm2Table Direct Show Morning Edition. And again, thanks for joining us as we explored some of the headlines and stories. And, as always, if you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to hit that like button, get that thumbs up down there. Share it with your playing with the kitties. Well, they can do that. Yeah, my cats get a little crazy. My dog over here will get a little crazy. She's enjoying being inside in this super cold weather. But anyway, hit that like and share button. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, and X. It's the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation. and help grow our channel so we can reach more people, get this message out to more and more people. So until next time, as we wrap this up, guys, thanks for being in. Ladies, anybody that's watching, thanks for being in with me this morning. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until next time, keep your roots deep, your vision growing. Good food starts with great people, and that is y'all. Remember, we are stronger together. That's our hashtag, stronger together, on the Farm2Table Direct Show. Be a blessing to someone today, and we will see you on the other side. Goodbye, everybody.